Good morning, Gambia, and anyone watching us from the diaspora. Welcome to the Fatu Network, and I am Sadio Breto, and here today with me is our editor-in-chief, Lamin Jai. Today we are coming to you live in Banjul from the Makati Square as Gambia celebrates its 56th independence celebration. What a day for the Gambia, a significant day in the history of this country, Lamin. A lot of people actually do not subscribe to the idea that Gambia has gained its independence, let alone acknowledge its celebration. But you know, whatever the case is, it is important for this day to happen, because we need to honor the memory of the founding fathers, the people who fought for the independence of this country. You know, you and I could have sat here today and be speaking French, saying Kwame and all of that, because we all know that the French or Senegal wanted Gambia to be part of to be one of its 6 regions, but Jawara stood firm and said that was not going to happen. And here we are today celebrating Gambia at 56.
Thank you, Sayo. Thank you, everyone that is watching. I am Lamin Jai. So we are here at the Makati Square in Banjul for the 56th anniversary of Gambia's independence. A massive day, very important day, Sayo. Some 56 years ago, the founding fathers of our nation, thought that it was important that we take charge of our own destiny. This is about taking charge of our own destiny. So that was what happened. After that conclusion, that was when the struggle began. But this struggle began years before, years earlier. This was when it happened. And by 1965, you have the likes of the former President Sadauda Kerba Jawara. Even though he entered the political fray way later, you had people who had started the struggle well before him. But when he came, he got that leadership, role. And then they pushed and pushed. If you look at how the Gambia arrived at independence, it came not by insurrection, not by war, as seen in other countries. So other countries had to literally take up arms to...
Like Hong Kong
Exactly.
struggling to get their independence from China.
Exactly. So that was what happened. But ours came diplomatically through the negotiations. I spoke with a political scientist yesterday, and he said, well, there were tough negotiations, but at the end of the day, we got our independence. There are a lot of debate around the issue of independence. You have a lot of people, pundits, who say, are we, like the question, who would always pose that question, are we really independent? But yes, if you have independence come in different forms. Now it is economic independence, for example, that is political independence. But in 1965, the political independence was one thing that featured prominently. The issue of Gambians taking charge of affairs, Gambians managing their own affairs. So basically, that was what happened. We got independence, but with the political independence come other independence. The issue of financial independence, having, building your own nation, having a good economy for people to live good lives. So these are all, we still have a long way to go when it comes to other aspects of independence, economic independence, for example. But at the end of the day, this day offers an opportunity for Gambians to reflect. Small nation, 56 years, really, we should be at a position where we would not have to struggle in terms of certain issues, But after 56 years, we've seen what is going on. Still the same issues that we've been talking about in 1965 are the same exact issues that we are talking about in 2021. So our political leaders, this is a collective responsibility. Our political leaders have a major role to play in that. But also, as the ordinary, citizen too, we all have a responsibility in terms of reflecting, in terms of really going back to the drawing board and reflecting on what is what is really the problem here. Because as a nation, at 56 years, we should be at a level where there are issues that we should not really be bothered about. But to this day, we complain. We say our leaders are not doing much. We've had how many presidents? 3 presidents so far. We've had Jawara, different realities. Yes, they came at different times, different realities. But at 56 years, so this is an opportunity for us to interrogate what really are the problems, what are the issues, as a nation, and how to go about fixing them. So really, I think that is what is important. So this is a live coverage that we are bringing you at the Makati Square. We're supposed to have, when you talk about independence, like how it all started. So we are supposed to have Hasum Sise, top Gambian historian. So hopefully he will go join us later on the live coverage there. So you could see the army band is playing right behind us. It's going to be an independence parade. The president will arrive anytime soon at the ground here for the event to start. It's going to be, it is not going to be a very long event. So there will be a march past of, the various security outfits, but also students are also here, cultural groups. So any moment from now, the president will come. So we've recorded some videos, some interviews earlier, which these are all people, political leaders. We have the general members of the public. We have all of that, and then we will, Sajo will guide us as to the way we are going to go about that before we start the event, Sajo.
Thank you very much, Lamin. Like you said, we are coming to you live from the Makati Square in Banjul. Right now, what we are seeing is the arrival of guests. The president is yet to enter the premises of the Makati Square, but I believe he'll be joining the people shortly. This is not going to be a long event compared to others, but like Lamin said, today is a day of history, and we are supposed to have a historian here, Hasum Sise, to take us back through what exactly happened during those times and in 1965 and how actually the Gambia gained its independence. But Lamin, we have a very important person who is still here with us, which is OJ Jallow, who was part of the First Republic. He's worked with Jawara as the youngest Minister of Agriculture. He was part of cabinet, and we were able to talk to him to share his opinion regarding this whole independence thing and